Okay. All right. We are recording. We are on this call with y'all tonight to share with you the tips and tricks that we have for y'all to help you achieve silver or senior silver. My name is Amy Grimmett, and I'm going to kick us off by sharing something that is so important when you begin your journey, and that is knowing your why. And everybody's why is a little bit different. It could be big, it can be small, but no matter what that is, it's so important to know what that why is. So when I first started sharing about Plexus, I just wanted to make enough to cover the cost of my son's daycare, which at the time was about $600. So that was my goal when I started Plexus. Your goal may be simply to get your products paid for, or your goal could be to go all the way and to achieve Jewel and all of the fun things that go with that. So when you start your journey, go ahead and get a pen and a piece of paper and write down your why, just so you have a clear vision of what that is. And my notes are over here, guys. If you see me glancing over, I just want to make sure that I don't miss anything. Okay, so different reasons that you may want to share about Plexus. Again, just getting your products paid for, using the extra money. Y'all, sometimes people like to get involved in this just for the social aspect. So whatever that may be, determine your why and know it inside and out, and know that also along your journey it's going to grow. So when I first started out 5.5 years ago, of course I wanted to get my son's daycare paid for, but of course over the course of my journey it has changed. So know that that's also okay for it to grow with you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Jenny, and she is going to share with us what that looks like. Okay, and so how are we going to do this? What will that look like for us?
Hey y'all, my name is Jenny Snell, and I am so excited to be on here tonight with you guys. I want to just kind of explain to you, maybe you're in this thread and you're new, or maybe you are already a silver and you're going for senior silver. Maybe you're just kind of figuring out, well, what does the word silver even mean, and what is a senior silver? Like, what is the difference? So I'm going to break that down real quick and very simply for you. Now, if you want deeper details into the pay structure or what exactly that looks like, we have graphics, and your upline has lots of answers for you. So if you are a silver ambassador, that means that you have welcomed 3 friends this month or last month whenever you got started. So you've welcomed 3 friends. That gives you the first rank in Plexus called silver. When you hit senior silver, that means that you or anyone else on your team, just your team collectively, maybe you've welcomed your 3, and those 3 have welcomed 3 people, and you've welcomed 1 more person. Just as long as your points equal 50 and you've welcomed 10 people on your team, you hit the rank of senior silver, and that is the goal within this thread. You're probably very curious, like most people. Well, what does that look like for me financially? Well, financially speaking, Plexus is a very generous company. And just as a silver ambassador up to a senior silver ambassador, depending on the things that you qualify for, you could make $300 to $1,000 in your first month by hitting senior silver. So I'm going to pass it over to Amanda, and she's going to share with you, well, who do I share these products with?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jenny. I'm Amanda, and I'm so excited to be chatting with y'all tonight. We have all been exactly where you are. So just know you're in good hands, and I'm going to go through who needs Plexus, which is everyone, right? So make a friends list. Friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, and the S stands for service. Categorize them by what they need, products wise. Keep your eyes and your ears open and pay attention to people's Facebook posts. Who do you know that needs more energy, better sleep, mental clarity? I did. who could benefit from blood sugar regulation, needs help with their thyroid, hormones, digestive issues. I needed help there. Who is worried about boosting their family's immune systems, especially right now? That's everybody, okay? So I want to talk about a little bit about the biz, because you just don't know where people are at right now, right? We're in a very just unprecedented time. Lots of people are struggling. Maybe they've been affected by this financially. Plexus is an amazing solution for that. We are legit. We're an honest, very honest company. We're debt free. We have solid business practices. Excellent stand with the BBB, and we have consumable products that our friends and family need every single month. Plexus is a well-oiled machine, and we provide all of the tools for you guys to be successful. We're so happy that you're here. I'm going to pass it back to Amy.
Hey guys, it's me again. So you're wondering, what are you going to do to make this happen? How are you going to achieve silver or senior silver? Okay, so there are a couple different things that you can do to kind of get the word out there. And the first one is social media. Y'all, Facebook is basically your free storefront, okay? So you can make a Plexus post. And a lot of times when I do post, I don't even use the word Plexus. And then that creates some curiosity. I'll just maybe, hold my pink drink and take a picture with it. And I will share, how much energy I'm having, or how I'm resting better and getting better sleep. Things like that. Y'all, we all know that with our kiddos being out of school for the last 6 months, that we're all on edge right now. And I'm sure that we need a good rest and a good night of sleep. So y'all, use those things to relate to your audience. Let's see. Okay, another thing that's super huge. Okay, so we've got Facebook, y'all, and another really awesome way to connect with your friends and family on Facebook is not just doing an actual post on your timeline, but using stories are so amazing because they can be interactive. And sometimes you have some friends who may be a little shy to comment on or like a Plexus post, but when you're on that personal level with them, you can see that they're seeing your stories. They may vote on a poll. They may ask you a question. So utilize both of those aspects of Facebook. And Instagram is also another great resource. It takes a little bit more work because you've got to be creative with your hashtags and really develop rapport and a following there, but it's also a great avenue to meet complete strangers. So use that social media to your advantage. If you're not quite comfortable being bold and making a first Plexus post, get with your sponsor and see if they can give you a shout out. That's an awesome way to kind of dip your toes in and, get your feet wet without, doing the full cannonball. Okay, another awesome way to help you get to silver or senior silver is by utilizing three-way chats. When I first started Plexus, I knew two things. I knew that I would join an amazing company to get my health in check, and I knew I was excited. That's about it. I knew nothing about ingredients. I didn't know much about the products. I was very new, and I was okay with that. Be vulnerable and be honest with your friends and family that you don't really know what you're talking about yet. Add your friend who welcomed you to a three-way chat with anyone who may be interested about Plexus to help tackle those tougher questions that you may get. And then what you can do in the process is earn while you learn. So I remember when I first started, me and my sponsor would get in a three-way chats and three-way calls. And after doing that for a couple of months, I felt like I kind of had that rhythm and was able to blossom and grow and move forward in my business on my own. But I sure didn't learn this overnight, and we're not expecting you to either. So make sure that you use those three-way chats. They are so effective. And I'm going to be completely honest, I am 5 years into my journey, and I still use three-way chats because they're relatable. it's an amazing way to get third-party validation, and it also offers another perspective. Not everybody takes their products the same way or has the same testimony. So three-way chats, three-way chats, three-way chats. All right, I'm going to pass it on to Jenny, and she is going to share about how events can also be helpful.
Hey guys, okay, thank you so much, Amy. I'm so excited to be back with you guys. So events, that is another option that you have with sharing Plexus. It's also a great tool. When Amy was talking about third-party validation and three-way messages, that validation, that somebody else telling them the same thing you are telling them, is so important. Events are fun, and our team, whether it's a small team that you're on or a bigger team, offers at least 1 or 2 events every single month that you can plug into. We are One Plexus, and you are welcome to pretty much any event that you see going on. So if you see something that you've been interested in, make sure you ask about that, because we would love for you to be part of that. And we would love for you to invite your friends and family to those events. They have testimonies. It's usually a quick 30 minutes, 45 minutes, one evening out of the month, and they get all the information that they would need to feel confident deciding to try Plexus. The next thing I want to explain is we have a couple really cool private groups. You may already be in there. It's called Peek into Plexus. There's another one called Peek and More, but there's a couple private groups that our teams are affiliated with that have hundreds of thousands of testimonies. So when your friend, when you've invited them to the events, or maybe you've shared Plexus with them, you've done the third-party validation, bringing them into a three-way chat. Well, let's be honest, sometimes they're just not quite ready. They want to either look into it a little bit more, do some more research, or get back to you. The last thing you want to say is, okay, let me know, because that kind of closes the door on the conversation. And a lot of times people are indecisive or not ready to say yes because they still have questions with their hesitation. So the best thing that you can do is plug them into something else so that they're still seeing the testimonies. You'll still be posting, because we know consistency builds belief. And then you add them to this private group. You can tag them in testimonies after they've accepted the invite to the group that apply to their certain health goals. And that gives them more confidence in what they're trying to decide. Because if we're all honest, when we're dealing with our health, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking. And when you have several people and other testimonies of success, it gets you a little bit excited that maybe this is going to work for you too. So those are the tips that I have for you as far as events and Peek into Plexus. The last thing that I want to share with you tonight is about listening for clues. Just be on the lookout. Like Amanda was talking about, mamas love to post about how tired they are, or post pictures of their struggle bus going down the road. People will ask you to pray for them for their health concerns or different things. Or maybe your friends posted that they're not really sure what times are going to look like for them, that their husband's been cut back at their job. Well, guys, you have an honest, legitimate, amazing solution to their problem. And it would be the most friendliest thing that you could do out of love to at least give them the opportunity to decide whether or not this could solve their problem. So I'm going to pass it back to Amanda to close this out tonight. And I'm so excited and thrilled that you took the time to be with us.
I love that. Thank you, Jenny. Yes, we have so many incredible tools at your fingertips, so plug into those. So the last thing I want to do is sort of just bring you a word of encouragement, because with Plexus, we're hope dealers, right? Like, be bold in that pursuit. Whether you're just getting started on your products, you're a few months in, share your wins, celebrate those. Are you going all day without a nap? Are you not having to take that afternoon nap? Are you feeling more calm and patient with your kids and your spouse? Are your clothes fitting a little bit better? Celebrate those, and celebrate those boldly, because we have what people need, and we'd be doing them a disservice if we did not share that with them. And so I just want to encourage you to be bold in that, and be courageous and be beautifully and authentically you. And just know that we are here for you. We are rooting for you. We have been exactly where you are. And just know that you're not in this alone. We are here to hold your hand and help you and guide you and love you all the way. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.